Hello YouTube, welcome back to Driving Up Stock. Sorry, you caught me off guard. Didn't realize you were there. Kidding, of course, because I've got to hit the record button. I know you're there. So anyhow, if you're new to the channel, thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping by. Make sure, well, we'll get to the like button in a minute because we do something special with our like button on this channel. But we do Robinhood portfolio updates. We talk stocks, all typically during our daily commute. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Even if you've been here for all 72 of these portfolio updates, make sure you hit that subscribe if you have not already. And if you like this video or you just want to show us some love, make sure you climb to that top turnbuckle and drop that Macho Man Randy Savage flying elbow drop on that like button, pretty please, with cream and sugar. Got a funny story I'm going to end this video with that kind of relates to that. And this should be a short one. Again, not a lot in the news. I've been working quite a bit lately. A lot going on, working around the house on some stuff. We're doing some house sitting for some family friends that are on vacation, so have been swamped. So haven't been able to do a lot of reading and all that lately, and not really a ton going on with the portfolio right now. Don't have any dividends currently paying out. I've got some that are pending that we've hit ex-dividend dates. And this is our midweek update. So we ended Wednesday night trading at $225.62. So we're up just a little over $1 in the portfolio since Friday. And if you tuned into my my Monday video, you'll know I'm kind of surprised. I'm relieved. I said I would be relieved, but also surprised at the way it was going down. Because I think when I did the video, I was at I had dropped right after the market opened down to like $220 or somewhere in there. And at one point I was down to like $217, $218. I had a pretty significant drop after market open, but I had a few stocks that rebounded, and then also the cryptocurrencies are on a run right now. Again, that's where, like, I talked that they keep saying that Bitcoin hit a pivotal resistance point, and it was projected to go to 10,500 per coin. It's currently trading at like 11,200-ish per coin, so beating expectations so far, and it's supposed to go a little bit higher. So I'm hoping my Dogecoin goes on another run, so we can get rid of that bad boy. I want to get rid of the Bitcoin. My Litecoin and Ethereum still got a long way to go before I can get rid of those. Only other thing is my COTY brand, ticker symbol COTY. They own the like Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner cosmetic lines, and a few other things that they're big into. They have been dipping substantially, so I'm probably down 50 cents a share on those right now. Had another about 5.5% drop yesterday, so we're in those for the long term. That one, with everything they have, everything going on, the beauty community overall is just going crazy right now. A lot of potential there, so that one's definitely going to rebound when some of this stuff starts to lighten up in the world. So that one I'm probably going to end up hanging on to for a little bit, I think, before it gets up to a selling point, unfortunately, because I was hoping that was just going to be a quick swing trade. Anywho's it. The only real news I have to report, I didn't get to read the entire article, I just started to skim it. A couple things going on with AMC. Again, a little bit of hot water over some disclosures on their finances regarding this new debt company that's going to be Silver Lake, that's going to be taking them over, or taking over their debt, I should say. Other thing in the news, Disney has pushed back their release dates for Black Widow, the Black Widow movie, and also Mulan has been pushed back indefinitely. On the other side of things, the Wonder Woman 1984 movie is pushed back. Top Gun 2 has been pushed back to next summer. So some of these theaters that were planning on reopening tomorrow, 31st, are pushing back, I think, including AMC, or most of the AMC theaters are pushing back their release dates because they really don't have anything big to open with right now. A lot of my theaters in the areas around me had reopened and are showing old movies. Like in my hometown, they were showing like E.T. and some of those, Jaws, stuff like that. And they actually reclosed and said that they're going to stay closed until there's new movies released. So that kind of stuff has pushed back the openings for these theaters, so that's going to put a strain on their debt load. Of course, with AMC, that's definitely not a good thing. And also the other thing in there with the AMC is like the forerunner on. There's discussions with these distribution companies for the films on, and this is where I might need your help in case if I misspeak. Let me know down in the comments if I'm not getting this part right, because this is the article I just briefly got to skim, but the gist I got from it is like currently when a movie releases, it's about 3 months after its release date that it'll hit. Usually it does digital release first and then video or DVD, Blu-ray. They want to close that gap. I didn't get to read what they want to change that to, whether it's 1 month, 2 months, whatever, but basically they want to throw it in the theater, get a short run on it, and then get it to the streaming and video platforms pretty quickly. So that's really going to change a lot and cut down on some of the theater's revenue. So that could be a big impact on profitability on some of these theaters. We might, I mean, I think you know your bigger ones like AMC, they're the second biggest chain in the world. That's going to impact them, but as long as they can keep their debt under control, because that's where they're struggling right now. The big dogs like them and the Regals, they'll be okay. But those little guys, your little mom and pop places, and just the smaller big dogs, I guess you'd want to call them, they're really going to struggle. So we'll see how that ends up playing out. That's it for stocks. Again, make sure you elbow drop that like button, subscribe, share this thing out, tell everybody about it, friends, family. But I did want to end with kind of a fun story. I was watching an old WCW wrestling video, and it was back in the heyday of the Monday Night Wars between WCW and WWF. Full disclosure, if you comment anything about wrestling in my comment section and you say WWE, I will delete your comment, I will report you, I will ban you. It is WWF. It is WWF and nothing else. Forget this E crap. Forget it. Vince McMahon's a douchebag. We don't like him. He was a coward for not fighting the World Wildlife Peep Foundation. Whatever. Who cares? There's no WWE. It's WWF or nothing in my comment section, peeps. Anyhow, back in the height of the Monday Night Wars, WCW, they had the NWO angle led by your outsiders, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, with their ringleader. I did more of a Macho Man voice there, but it was Hogan was their ringleader, Hollywood Hogan back then. They did this great entrance where this limo rolls up and the whole NWO squad gets out. And I think in this time they had Dennis Rodman that they were dragging around with them. Well, they all get out and they're like quietly, I mean, they're talking, but you can barely hear them. They're just talking amongst themselves. Well, Macho Man gets out of the limo and he's probably talking at the same level that the rest of them are. But he's got such a booming voice that like you barely hear them all like, hey, talking in the background like this, and you can kind of pick up some of their conversation. Macho Man gets up and goes, yeah, let's do this, But that's Macho Man, and it's freaking fantastic. I mean, you gotta love the guy. Now, the funny part is, what I wanted to get across here, a lot of people are shocked by this, so make sure you're sitting down because I might blow your mind with this news if you did not know. That wasn't a character. Like, I mean, yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage, that's a character. That was his real voice. That wasn't a voice he was doing for a character. That was his legitimate, swear on a stack of Bibles, legitimate, true voice. That is how he actually talked in real life, in person, his entire life. He just had this uncanny, crazy, like, gravelly, deep voice. That was it. So the funny part is, the thing that, like, I was thinking about, imagine this, because just how booming it was over everybody else just kind of quietly talking, and he's like way over everybody else with his volume. Imagine you're Miss Elizabeth. Now, we're not going to get into too many details on this because he was actually legitimately married to Miss Elizabeth. That ended really bad. Really bad. It's negative opinion of Macho Man on that one. Not cool, dude. Rest in peace, though. But she was such a sweet, caring lady. She's so quiet, down to earth. Could you imagine being married to him and you wake up in the morning, you look over and you're like, hey Randy, how's it going? And then he just kind of opens his eyes and looks at you like, great Elizabeth, how are you this morning? Oh yeah. Like, That's him being calm, you know? Oh, that had to be unreal waking up next to that every morning. No wonder she just looked like, she kind of reminded you of a Chihuahua where she would just kind of stand there and like look all nervous and everything. Could you imagine? All right, that's all I got, people. I have taken up way too much of your stinking time. So, as always, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for subscribing. So until next time, thank you very much and take care.